Alright, today I'm going to teach you how to make a Dutch baby. This is basically a German pancake. Forget the fact that it's called Dutch, who cares? Alright, you just need a few very basic ingredients, alright? You need your flour, you need your sugar, you need your butter, about 4 tablespoons or half a stick, 3 large eggs, and a half a cup of milk. You can use any type of milk that you want to use. You can use half and half, you can use whole milk, you can use non-fat milk, whatever the case may be. Just make sure that it's good milk. Don't use that almond milk crap. But if you must, go ahead. Try to go for something with a thicker viscosity. After you've gathered your ingredients, let's move on to step 1. Alright, first step, very important, be sure to preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Then, take your cast iron skillet, put it inside the oven while it's preheating, and make sure there's plenty of overhead room on the middle rack. Let it sit there, let it heat up. That's what you want to do. Next step, let's gather our dry ingredients. What you're going to need is you're going to need your flour and your sugar. You're going to need half a cup of flour and a tablespoon of sugar. Put those bad boys in there and mix them up. Alright, next step. You're going to grab our liquid ingredients. You're going to take your milk, cream, whatever you decide to go with, and your 3 eggs. Put them together, mix them together really, really well till they're perfectly smooth and all the eggs and milk are combined completely. This next step is pretty important. When mixing your Dutch baby batter, you want to make sure that it's completely smooth. So if you decide to go by hand, if you decide to use a mixer, if you decide to use a hand mixer, if you decide to use a blender, whichever one you use, make sure that that mixture is nice and smooth. Try to remove as many clumps as possible. There's lots of debate about whether you should put the dry into the wet ingredients or the wet into the dry ingredients. Frankly, it doesn't matter because you just need to make sure that you have a solid, smooth consistency throughout. Okay, probably the hardest step of this entire recipe, prepping the pan. All you want to do is remove the pan just enough so you can see it and so you can add the butter. Place the butter inside the pan and spread it all around till it's nice and melted. Once it starts to brown a little bit, that means it's ready to go. After that, you can add your Dutch baby batter into it. Make sure the Dutch baby batter is spread out all around evenly, and then you can place it back in the oven and let it bake. The next step, baking it, 20 to 25 minutes. Keep an eye on it because it is a gorgeous thing. So grab a cup of coffee, watch your Dutch baby go, watch it rise, grab a cocktail. I don't care what you decide to do. Hell, do some shots, who cares? Regardless, keep an eye on it because it will rise and it will also brown very beautifully. Just make sure to not burn it too much. We just want a nice golden brown on that baby. After 20 minutes, you see that it stopped rising and you see that it's nicely golden brown around the edges and right in the middle. Take her out and voila, you got yourself a Dutch baby. Based on whatever types of milk you use, you'll get different variances of thickness as well as how high it rises. From here though, you can add whatever you like to this Dutch baby. After that, split it up however you like, or enjoy it yourself, however you decide to do it. And that's how you make a Dutch baby. Enjoy.